Okay, test. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ, OBS. I open up and I say, hello, everybody, and I get no response. And it's because OBS decided to not use my mic. TikTok's fine, though. Anyways, what's up, everybody? How are we doing tonight? Happy Friday. Oh, look at that. Looks like Waterdo broke too. I don't understand. I don't understand audio, to be honest. Like, I never change anything about my microphone, and yet for some reason, it's always breaking. Okay, there we go. Lip syncing is good. All right. Hello, everybody. Hi. How are we? Good evening. Gute Nacht. Or wait, what's evening? Guten Abend. Probably said that wrong. Anyways, more Crimson Desert. This is gonna be another. Okay, so I got a bit of a little thing for you. So this is gonna be a bit of a shorter stream, only until I come back tonight.
Ever seen a mushroom what moves?
So at about 7, I'm going to end stream, and then I will be back later after that. So you're not going to get a tiny short stream. You're going to actually get a normal length stream. Just there's going to be a bit of a break in between. So currently, my quest is to look for the little dog that I've been befriending. I had a dog, a little black Jindo, that I had been spending time befriending. I can't find it now, and it's worrying me.
Kindness for a poor soul.
This literally was going to be the day that I adopt it, and it was going to be my friend. But now I can't find it. So I'm going to be searching all of this town to look for him, because I want him as my buddy. While searching for him, by the way, this is kind of funny. While searching for him, I stumbled upon the bank. I broke into the bank and I robbed him blind. Okay, usually the little doggy's right here.
Spare some coin.
I'll give you coin if you tell me where my dog is.
Oh, I
What
knew I
dog?
could count on you.
You lose a lot of what do you call it? You lose a lot of contribution XP when you go burgling. So I lost a few levels. But I got a shitload of money. So, you know, good trade-off, I guess. I doubled my coffers, that's for sure. But I want my little dog buddy. Ooh. What's all this then?
You stole my dreamer's bliss, didn't you? Is she dead?
Oh.
No. I'm just seeing things. There's no way I could have killed someone. Dreamer's bliss. I need dreamer's bliss. I need to escape this nightmare.
Somebody's addicted to whatever that is.
You're new here, aren't you?
I want my doggy. What's up? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome.
Hail.
If I can't find it, I guess I'll just have
How
to
do you do?
come back another day.
I tip my cap to you.
because I don't know if animals can like wander
See
away or
yourself well
anything.
met.
It always, while I was befriending it for the past like 2 or 3 days, it was always just
wonder if
hanging
they're
out
after
in
the
that
young
one
wolves.
spot. So now I'm worried. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. How you doing?
Do you need help?
Doggy, where are you?
Yes, mate. What?
Have any of you guys seen a little black Jendo anywhere? Check my surroundings for what? Is my dog here?
If it's them, they're more than qualified. Ah, Greymane. Fortune yet favors me. You see, Duke Celeste seeks a source of heroic inspiration. The Duke wishes to bring courage to our citizens in these difficult times. Serendipitously, the open grounds at the southern gate came to our attention. Might I ask you to use that land to construct a sculpture that captures some of your Greymane courage?
A statue
It
to
would not
me?
only honor your name, but also bring hope into the lives of our people.
It's tight. Okay. I get to build a statue of myself. Oh, a wolf statue. Good enough. That's cool. People will know my name. Or at least they'll think, why is there a wolf statue here? Oh, also, I think I read somewhere that like in a vault somewhere around here, you can get some gold bars. And you stick the gold bars in the bank and it starts generating you a lot of silver. The more gold bars you put, the more you get. So I've been looking for those, but can't find what vault it's talking about. Hello, hello, thank you for the likes. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Thank you for the follow. How are you doing today?
Speak up.
Okay, I don't think my dog friend is here right now.
Greetings.
You're doing good? Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I am doing good as well.
Quick.
Finally Friday, you know what I mean? Finally Friday, get to kick back, take a load off. Have fun. Okay, well, I'm gonna come back later. I think my dog might be on vacation or something. I'll come back in like a day or so. The other dog I want to befriend is a German Shepherd, but I haven't found where those are yet. Okay. So what I've been doing is a combination of exploration and questing. Because it's been really helpful. Oh, I still got my mask on. Whoops. It's a good thing nobody saw that.
Help a fella.
Hello, Moni. How are you?
Are you simple?
Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Oh yeah, check this baby out. So this is apparently a legendary horse. I was out exploring the jungle because I read somewhere that there's a place with a lot of ore. And I was exploring looking for this place with a lot of ore, and I found this horse. I was like, yo, tight. Hey, hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Oh, 2 follows. Thank you. I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday.
Yeah.
Hello, Dennis. How are you? Welcome. I appreciate the energy and the enthusiasm. Hello.
Hiya. Faster.
If I come back later and that Jindo isn't there, then I think I might just go looking for a German Shepherd to be my buddy. Because apparently dog companions are really good in this game. I didn't know how to befriend one until I did a quest. So apparently you have to pet them for 3 days straight and feed them meat, and then they'll become your friend. So that is the plan, and today was supposed to be the day that I adopt a dog that I've been trying to befriend, but I guess he had other plans.
Faster.
Anywho, how is everyone tonight? How are you doing? How's your day? You do anything fun? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
You folks do anything fun? Anything not fun? Is your day good, bad, meh? Cinnamon pretzel, yo. Wait, was it a soft pretzel? That sounds real good.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Get going.
I love soft pretzels. Apparently there's like a, you can make them pretty easily, like if you have sourdough dough,
Yeah.
but there's like a special way to prepare them, I guess. Wait, are we in, uh-oh. We're in that one quest area again. I can't really see where I am right now because the map is located in a spot that I can't see.
Faster.
Do I like pigs in a blanket? I think I've had that. Yeah, I've definitely had that. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm a sucker for like little hors d'oeuvres and finger foods and stuff, so yeah. All right, can I teleport closer to the target? As you can see, I have been doing a lot of exploring, but there's still so much. Okay, it's down here. Hmm. Close enough, I guess, is right here. I guess we'll try. It's a big map. Yeah, this map is gigantic. Hello, Rania? Hello, Rania. How are you? There's so much that I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to ever explore it all. I'm certainly going to try, though, because apparently there's, like, good weapons and armor hidden out in the world. You're good? Awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I am good as well. It is Friday. So I'm happy about that. Oop. Didn't see my stamina there. Gotta make sure I'm going the right way. How has your Friday been? No school or work? Yes. Work is finally over, and I can just be lazy for a couple of days. I wish they'd hurry up and give us a 4-day work week, you know what I mean? Same goes for students. Give us a 4-day school/work day. Everybody would appreciate that. Hi, Maury. Oh, Maury. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Thanks for popping up. Let's see, chat settings. You surprised your mom with your brother who... Oh, did you bring your brother to see your mom? Okay, here we go. Can I please search? Nope, it's still giving me the error. It will not let me search you up. Wait. Think I got it. All right, Maury, check it out. I think I got it. I think you might be modded finally. Aw, you're so sweet. I missed you guys too. Oh, just a heads up, Maury. It's I'm gonna stop at 7, but I'll be back a little bit after that. So it's not gonna be like a hard stop. It's just gonna be an extended BRB basically. But I'm not gonna leave my stream up on BRB because I don't want to get in trouble. Plane tickets are expensive as hell now? Yeah. Yeah, all of this fuel stuff is not making it very easy. You know, our crazy world is just getting crazier. You know, apparently they're gonna start charging a fuel thing on your packages. You're gonna be paying extra. So ridiculous. Now, where I live, gas is almost up to $8. It used to cost me like 35 bucks to fill my tank up. Now, the other day I spent $52. It's you know, fun. You know, I know a lot of this is just old man yells at clouds, but yeah, I live in California where for whatever reason our fuel kind of like it is higher than most places. A lot of blame gets thrown in every direction. I don't care. You know, I just want the damn gas to come down. Where you are, it's almost 14 euros. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Well, do you guys pay... Do you pay by the liter, or is it like here where it's 9/10 of a gallon? Not even like a full gallon. A liter, sheesh. So you're getting at least a little bit better of a deal than we are. Like a tiny sliver of a better deal. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. We already have countries that are like declaring fuel emergencies and stuff, and it's just like, okay, cool. I'm super glad to be alive in this timeline. But whatever. People don't come here to hear me complain. It'll get better. It has to. That's the rule of nature. Things can't suck forever. You take the bus everywhere? See, that's smart. If only we had a better public transportation system, then I would do the same. Oops.
What do you think you're doing?
Knock the basket off your head.
Stop this madness!
I've told my boss that if gas gets any more expensive, I'm just gonna be writing. I'm not writing. I'm just gonna be working from home
Guards!
because this is ridiculous. You're just gonna use bikes. Yeah, but you see, I'm willing to bet where you're from, there's really good bike infrastructure, right? It's difficult to find good bike infrastructure here in
I've
America.
got no one now.
Yeah, Maury, that would be that is something that I would also agree is not something anybody wants to deal with. Horse, get
Only
over here.
despair remains with me now.
We should all just go back to riding horses, honestly. Get on the horse, man. Like at this
as
point,
good as
how much you want to
dead.
bet? At this point, it's probably cheaper to just keep a horse.
I've got no one now.
Oh my god, it's
I took their
3,000 meters
lives
away.
So I could keep my own. It's all over now. The shadows coming to kill me.
Oh my god, can we shut this guy up? Boy, don't want to go into the freaking thing. I want to drown the guy. Mace and brass knuckles. Oh hell yeah, you are ready for war. I think for
I was
me,
left with no choice.
I want to get like one of those like taser swords
They abandoned me.
or like a taser knife or something. No.
Yeah.
Denied.
Run.
Request denied.
Run. Yeah.
You can talk but not jump off. I know, right?
They might already be coming to kill me.
Like, just roll off, bro. Although the only thing is, I would just pick him back up. But right now, he's spouting some emo lyrics. Nobody loves me. Oh, woe's me. You should just
Death
kill
by
me right
sickness
now.
or steal. It's all the same.
See? Super emo. At least in Red Dead, when you
Death
capture
by
somebody, you
sickness
can just
or
whack him
steal.
in the head.
It's all the same.
Not an actual mace. No, I know. I knew what you meant. I knew you meant pepper spray. Just, I mean, you would not be harassed by anyone if you just carried around a big morning star. You know what I mean? You just walk around. Yeah,
took
no,
their
they're
lives so
gonna
I
leave
could
you
keep
alone
my
for
own.
sure. Well, I would, except he's worth money alive. If I kill him, I don't get any money.
I was
So-
left with no choice.
I'd rather the money. And the guards can kill him if they want.
Hiya.
It might already be too late.
I just want him to shut up. I don't want to keep having to listen to his poetry.
I took their lives so I could keep my own.
You have a store that sells swords. I think I'd probably walk around, like I would get a fake sword and try to make it look as real as
It
possible.
might already
At
be too
least
late.
while it's in its scabbard. And then walk around with that. Just be like, I dare somebody
They'd
to
have
mess with
killed
me.
had I not murdered them. It might already be too late.
That reminds me though, I remember once some friends and I in high school, we went to
They'd have
the
killed me had I not murdered them.
what do you call it, the pawn shop.
Yeah.
I took their
Forget
lives
why we
so
were
I
in
could
there,
keep my
but
own.
we found two Aikido swords. I think that's what you call that, right? Like the Japanese sword fighting
They might already be
training
coming
thing.
to kill me.
We found those and we bought them and we walked around with them, and
Only this.
I remember constantly getting stopped by the cops. They'd be like, "Is that a real sword?" And I'd be like, "Mm-mm."
Yeah.
And
As good as
one
dead.
time, like, you know, I was just a teenager. I didn't know any better. But one time,
Can't you tell? My
cop
days are
stops
numbered.
me to ask me if it's real. I take the thing out of the thing, like the belt loop that I have, and I go to
I
like
took their lives so I could keep
like
my own.
unsheath it to show him it's not a real sword because it doesn't have a sheath, right? And I'm thinking now as an adult, like, how stupid that was, but also the fact that, you know,
They abandoned me.
the cop actually had a sense of to know, like, okay, I'm gonna wait to see if it's a real weapon before doing anything. Could have got my ass tased.
Yeah.
I was left with no choice.
Or worse.
Hiya. Hiya.
I really wish I could move the damn...
They might
Now,
already
to the
be
other
coming
corner.
to kill me.
I'm gonna ask, like, game developers in the future, please let your mini-map be movable.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. It is completely blocked by my mic boom, my boom arm.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that is my fault, but I don't have anywhere else to put
How
it.
did I end up like this?
Oh.
Kind of see, that's the thing I was worried about, Rania.
Hiya.
Like when I was thinking about it, is how did that not go worse than it did? Because he straight up asks me,
Coming to kill me.
he's like, "Hey, is that a sword?"
Hiya.
Pull it out of my belt loop,
Had
and
I
I
not
go
murdered
to do
them.
the unsheathing motion to show that it's not a real sword. But like any other moment, that could have been like the cop tackling me to the ground or something.
I've got no one now. They might already be coming to kill me.
And his legendary horse is
Can't you
super
tell?
cool.
My days are numbered.
It's not
It's
exactly
all
a
over now.
Arduinot,
Welcome back from the
Death,
outbreak.
but it's still cool.
or steal.
Dads,
It's
consider
all
yourself
the
a
same.
losing your Twitch Prime.
And if you don't know Black Desert, Arduinot is a Pegasus. Peace tie it? Yeah. Looking back, I probably should have done that. Well, I don't cosplay, so I could have, you know, if I did cosplay, I could have taken it with me to a convention, have them peace bond it for me.
Only despair remains with me now. Maybe dying.
Oh my God,
would be
move.
easier.
Whoops. Sorry, guards.
They abandoned me. How did I end up like this?
You peace tie your bow when you cosplay? Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to anyways. My buddy! There's my doggy! Oh my gosh. Where you been? Yay!
They might already be coming to kill me.
Yeah. Shut up, dude. I'm petting my dog.
They'd have killed me had I not murdered them. The shadows coming to kill me.
Light upon you.
Okay.
Already.
Now, the last thing we do, give him a piece of meat.
kill me.
and then he'll be my buddy.
The shadow's coming to kill me.
Peacetime and keep
How
the
did
arrows
I
in the
end up
quiver.
like this?
At my convention, you're not even allowed to have arrows in the quiver. It has to be an empty quiver and a peace bonded
Maybe
bow.
dying would be easier.
Yay! How do I summon him? Take in to make them your new companion. How do I... Oh, there he is. Yay! Hi, buddy.
It might already
I got a
be too
new
late.
dog. Ren fairs are more
Can't you tell?
fun.
My
I've been
days
wanting
are
to
numbered.
cosplay at the Ren fair I go to.
Death by sickness or steal. It's
Finally, I don't
up.
have to listen to this guy anymore.
Here you are.
Go take a look. Impressive work.
Thinking
That's
like,
the one.
could I go as like Link or
Lock 'em up.
as a
You
as
know,
a soldier?
we'll run out of cells at
Yep,
this
I do
rate.
go to Ren fair. Well, I don't go to
Still,
fairs
you saved me
plural.
some
I go to
trouble.
one.
Thank you. If you find more scum in the future, bring 'em here.
$12 for that. Oh my goodness. Hi, doggy. Who's a good boy? Okay, is there like a new... There we go. So you can wear a hat and something on his body. Okay. So apparently they can pick up resources for you as you're going around the world, so, you know, soldiers are easier to thrift for. I could be like an actual accurate Renaissance soldier, because everybody always tries to come as like a fully kitted out knight, and it's like you don't understand like combat, like medieval combat, do you? Like those guys weren't going out there dressed like that. Oh great, who's messaging me? Sorry, it's work. Okay, I am turning off those notifications. Okay. You go as Rouge? Who's that? Okay. Next thing is next. More questing. Is that really the only quest he has for me? Oh. This thing. Ugh. The thing's a pain in the ass to fight. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, I need to find this. Oh, wait. I want to do those. Those are quite difficult. see. Oh, these are all those building things, I think. Yeah. All of these quests are just building quests. Rumors that the Goblin Bandits have occupied Anvil Hill. Oh, really? How come I can't track that? Oh, I haven't been to the Crimson Desert enough to figure that out. Rogue like D&D. Oh, you said... Sorry, I'm dumb. Hi, SKZ. How you doing? Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to look for a quest to do. Well-stocked coffers. Bountiful table. Oh. I have to do these all myself. Okay. Let's do that, because that gives an Abyss artifact. I misspell things all the time. And for me, it's because I sometimes like write or type faster than I'm actually like reading anything. Oops. Get off the horse. Like I've had people straight up be like, "What the hell did you say here?" Yeah, and what makes it harder is the fact that like when I describe things, I go way too far in detail, and it'll be like 5 lines, like 5 sentences for something that needs like 2 words. And people will just straight up be like, "Hey, I need you to like keep it brief, dude. I don't need all this nonsense." And just they're like, "Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how to stop." Ooh, we got bandits hanging out here. Excuse you.
You're worse. Hospital now.
There you go. And then the doggy automatically loots for me too. What's up, Hideo Kojima? He's an author. Who's an author? Damn, these are some big ass pigs.
What? Cliff! You survived!
Yay, more buddies.
Oh,
Me, because authors over-explain.
Christ. Meal's ready.
It's either that or it's because I'm
Who's that you two are groping?
because I have ADHD and
Cliff!
I just don't know when to shut up.
Where have
So-
you been all this time?
Maybe I'll just
Why
pretend
don't we
it's
talk
because I'm
over
an
there?
author.
This stench is making my nose numb.
I knew it! I knew you were alive.
You look like you miss my cooking. Have you been eating properly? I can tell you haven't.
Thank the ancestors. He's quit fussing over me. He's all yours now.
Oh, shut it. Bloody drunkard. Always going on.
I wasn't drinking for no reason. I needed the ale to drown out those memories.
What matters is that we're all alive.
You know what else matters? Eating proper meals. 3 times a day, isn't that right?
You
And
guys
of
can
course,
afford to eat 3 times
finding
a
the rest
day?
of our comrades.
Oh look at the
What'd you
bad
say?
guys in the background.
Some of us have already reunited.
You're serious? Where is everyone?
Let's move our asses then.
Yeah, they must be rich. Back in these days, you were lucky if you could eat once a day.
Now you get yours.
Or like once every couple of days.
In the dirt.
Yeah, there's a lot of you. These guys are funny. I keep hitting them so hard that I knock their clothes off. Reminds me of this game that I play called Mabinogi. You have to like bless your equipment with holy water in order to make them not get damaged so quickly. But also, if your stuff is not blessed, you have a chance for it to fall off when you die. And there's been a lot of times where, like, back when I was a newbie, where I would die and some of my stuff wasn't blessed because, you know, back in those days, holy water was expensive because not everybody did the thing to get it, and my stuff would just fall off my body as if I exploded. It was hilarious to see. Why do I have 2 shovels? I'm gonna have to go back to camp soon and put some stuff put stuff away in my inventory. Alright, doggy, go ahead. Is there a way to tell him not to pick stuff up? Or not pick up some things? Whoa, 13 silver for this? Okay. Make your cleric deal with that. Well, unfortunately there are no like bless items, spells or anything. But it used to be a real problem because you know, back when everybody was a newbie and there wasn't a lot of holy water floating around, you ran the real risk of losing items. And if you lost an item, it would go to the town hall, and you'd have to go pick it up. But you had to pay like an exorbitant fee to get it back. I still have some items from my newbie days that are in there because It costs like 20, 30,000 gold to get out.
Yeah,
Back then, that was a lot of money.
go.
You can make holy water by blessing the water.
Yeah.
Well, not in Mabinogi. But I'll remember that for real life. Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Dang it, I was hoping that would ping me. Ooh, copper. You're an apprentice spirit channeler? Oh. What does that entail? Are you talking to the spirits? What are you doing? Okay, please tell me my dog picks up copper ore for me. Oh ho ho. Hell yeah, good doggy. Get down from there. So instead of like a warlock patron, you have a divine patron. Oh, so you basically really are a cleric. Somebody should make like a like some sort of D&D type game where instead of like the gods being all benevolent, I mean, I know not all of them are, some of them are real pricks. They should operate more like the gods from what was that movie called? That Thor movie, Love and Thunder, I think. The one with the dude who has the necro sword and can kill gods. How all the gods there are just these like heady pieces of garbage. Ah, I see, okay. Alright.
Ah,
I'm
just
put-
the person I wanted to see.
Well, I don't want to see you, so leave me alone. I don't know what this is for yet, so I'm going to put that in the inventory, in the box. And I don't know why I still have this. But I think it's for a story. I don't know what those tokens are for. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Not for the week? Yeah, I'd imagine. Well, how do you go about doing it, might I ask? Excuse me. Okay, I think that's enough.
back already? You've done an excellent job. So
Have a
many of our
connection.
comrades have found their way back. I can finally rest easy knowing they're safe here with us.
Oh, I see, I see.
And things could
Is
go
that
back
like
to the
a-
good old days.
Possession thing or what?
Word must be getting around that the Greymanes are gathering. Which reminds me, I had a few reports of Greymane sightings.
Aye.
Mind taking a look? I'll mark the location on your map. If the rumours are true, you might run into more of us.
Oh, right. You did say channeling. That makes sense.
Time flies with a hammer in your hand.
Aelinese right blade. Oh, it's a dagger. Is there any point in me using daggers over regular? Oh, he's got nothing else, huh?
Time flies with a hammer in your hand.
Don't you just love NPC dialogue? Well, have you ever done it and learned things that you're not supposed to learn?
If you're in a bind, you know where to find me.
Okay, secure resources. Collect timber through the basic logging mission at Timberham Sawmill. Collect stone through the basic quarry mission at Karen Quarry. Oh, I see we're getting ready to expand the camp again. Okay. Bootyful. You love to see it. That's pretty cool though, Mori. I've been thinking of because like this might sound weird to some people, but since I was young, I've always had dreams of like foxes and stuff. And when I got older, it started being, oh, I can't throw these away. It started being like dreams of like nine-tailed foxes and stuff. So I always thought like, maybe I should put like a shrine or something up. What am I dropping? What the hell? Wait, what am I dropping? I thought I was dropping paper. Diamonds? What the hell? Why am I dropping my diamonds? Tarot reading? Thought about that. I don't know, like, how do you make sure you can trust them, you know? And when I say that, I mean, like, you know, that they're not just gonna be... What is going on? Why can't I drop these? I'm dropping my diamonds again. This is weird. Okay, whatever. Oh yeah? And how would we go about accomplishing that? Timberham Sawmill.
Well met. I was waiting for you.
Okay, so let's see. Timberham Sawmill. There we go. So you and you. Oh, I need $900. Damn it. Okay, hold
I'll
on.
fetch whoever you need. Just tell me the name.
If I deposit silver, will this, how much will this bring up our money?
Royal trade's the best way to make coin.
Interesting. Okay, well, let me think on that then. Oh, I can't. There we go. That was driving me crazy. Okay, that was $50. Oh,
Need
5,000
something? Don't
copper.
worry.
Okay.
I always make sure nothing goes missing.
There's no one better than me when it comes to managing folk.
Hey, there she blows. All right, and then the next one is Karen Quarry.
Looking for someone to talk to me whenever you need
Wait,
to.
what are you doing, dude? I'm not done talking to you.
Put them to the test. They're keen for the work.
Why can't I do this one? Okay, I can. Gotcha. Okay, go for it.
Looking for someone to join your journey? Remember, there's no mission in this world we'll turn down.
All right, we got both of those going, and then the camp will expand. Yay! Okay, if that's something you want to do, sure. That'd be an interesting stream to do. Or, I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be a stream. Okay. Where is over here? Well, you let me know when you're ready, and I'll think about, you know, if that's something I want to do. This music sounds like, almost like the Interstellar music. Almost. Most likely a voice call? Okay. That should be interesting. I've never done one of those before. I never, I've always been like curious and stuff like that. Especially when I was younger. But I grew up in a kind of like strict religious household. So I never got to play around with anything like that. But now I'm an adult who makes his own decisions. Nobody can tell me what to do. Buddy, what are you doing? Someone trying to contact me. Oh, I swear to God, if they try to say that they've been trying to contact me about my car's extended warranty, I'm gonna go crazy. God damn it, I already told the last bitch no. Where's my dog? Hey, wait a minute, where's my dog? A dog. Summoned. Okay, where are you? You have a job to do, dog. Dreams are a main way of communication. Oh. That makes sense. When I started getting into like Celtic mythology and like Irish folklore and stuff, it was really interesting to learn about like all the many different goddesses, and one of the ones that I thought was like super cool was the trio of goddesses known as the Bave Kaha, or some people just refer to it as the Morrigan. Damn map. I've always thought a goddess of protection and destruction is really cool. Oh, climbing physics. Can you not, please? Now's not the time. Can't even see where I'm going because I can't see my damn map. Climb, bitch. Also, I wish... What's her name? Damien. I wish she would hurry up with her mission, whatever she's doing, so I can summon her. One of the other things I read about this game is if you summon her and Onka, you can basically have like a team that will help you clear a lot of the harder content. So it's like I want to do that, but she's taken forever to do her mission. I might give the story mission a try, by the way. Might. Only problem is the only sword I have right now takes a lot of abyss fragments to upgrade. I don't want to have to grind and grind and grind and grind for that.
Thanks,
Did
Solomon.
you do this?
No, of course not. I thought I was as good as dead when they caught me. Then the Greymane swooped in and saved my life.
Oh, I know.
Greymanes? Where did they go?
Ivynook. You can still catch them if you hurry.
Far be it from me to be arrogant and say, and to pretend to know the whims of the gods. Ooh, what's this? Ah, another one of these thingies. When I go to Japan, I'm gonna be looking for like nine-tailed fox related things. Bring back with me. because it's always been something that's been really interesting to me, and something that I kind of feel. Ooh, got a witch here. These must be enchanted brambles. I gotta find another way in. What am I looking for?
I'll cut down anyone that stands in our way.
All the way to Odek?
Cliff!
It's really you! Oh,
Where the fuck have you been?
I knew you wouldn't have died so easily.
Thanks for making it through.
No need to thank us.
Seems like nobody
We are
died when
on our
we
way
had
to
that
Calford.
fight.
I've got a few friends there, willing to help us.
Though it really is a miracle that we're still alive.
When I found out there had been an attack while I was out scouting, I cursed myself for not being there, night after night.
But you're here with me today. Some of us have already come together. They'll be glad to see you.
So, it's not the end for us yet?
Definitely not.
Well, what are we waiting for then? Shall we go?
Aye, let's go back. To the Grey Mains.
We've no time to waste then.
Tell us, Cliff, how many of us have returned?
Do we have a place to call home?
You'll know when you get there.
At least answer their questions, dude.
Do you remember the comrades who set out to stop that merciless stag lord and his followers? We march now to hunt him, to bring peace to their souls. Let us all meet again in Hanand.
Ooh. One of these days. Oh, look, there was a front door. I could have just walked through. One of these days, it's on my bucket list to go out somewhere where there's absolutely no light pollution and to see the arm of the Milky Way. I feel like that's something every human needs to see at least once in their life. Oh, hey, look what's going on. Simply because one must show reverence for the cosmos. You know. It's our home, but also quite hostile place. But from, you know, pictures don't really do it justice, I say. Like, not by a long shot, especially like auroras. I'm jealous of people who live in places where they can just casually see auroras. Yo, what's up, Matt? Have I ever heard of Windfire? Is that a book, movie, story, game, natural phenomena? What is that? What are we talking about here? in real life. Oh, is it like a, is it a natural phenomenon? Oh, that sounds cool, Mori. Stop picking up bugs. Oh, you care to explain, Matt? I've never heard of that. That sounds interesting, though. Okay. Oh no, did all your sheepies die? Next quest. Secure resources. Okay, we're doing that one right now. Oh, these are just, okay. These aren't like completable quests. It's just gonna keep going on forever. It's gonna bleed me dry. Five thick high. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Medium inventory space. Rather not. It's just that what your weather app said your paranoid. Oh. Okay, well, having been from California, there's only one thing that I can safely say that it is, and there is a phenomena in which, during wildfires, the wind kicks up so hard that it carries fire on the wind.
Yeah.
And it, I don't know if we have a name, like a different name for it, but that's, you know, that's what happens here. And it's why wildfires here in California are so difficult to control. Among other things. But I don't know if that's exactly the same as what you're talking about. Yeah, that is the correct reaction, Maury. I've my little brother used to work with it's this like volunteer group that goes around California and like either helps out firefighters or what was that? Oh, it's my doggy. Or like does cleanup around the state. But there was one period of time when the oh, I didn't see these guys. When wildfire season got pretty bad, and so he was out helping firefighters. He used to tell me stories about how they would be they had just drawn like a trench to try to stop the fire from spreading. But the wind would be so high or so strong that you could just literally see like the fire moving with it, and it would just jump the trench. It's cool to see, but it's also like, damn, nature, you scary. Come on, dog, what are you doing? Come on. Is it because there's one dude left? Where is he? Oh. God, I thought I fell down a crevasse. Or a, like a ravine or something.
Oh. Hiya. Yeah. Faster.
Yeah, I'm looking at OBS and I see that I have 3 sources all playing the same game audio. None of which I can actually get rid of. I'm trying to wonder when the hell OBS picked those up, because I sure as hell didn't add them.
Hiya. Oh.
Such a weird software. So I prefer to use it over XSplit because I've heard XSplit is hot garbage. Of course I do. It doesn't stand for Jesus Fried Chicken. That's for sure. Someone thought you meant KFC. I could see how they could potentially mistake that though. J and K are right next to each other on the keyboard. So they're probably just thinking like, oh, you meant to say KFC. You're like, no. No, those things aren't even similar. Damn it. Why are these bandits just popping out of nowhere? Usually I can see them. Maybe it's because I can't see the map. But they do look like they're just popping out of nowhere. You just don't like typing it out? Yeah. No, that's fine. I appreciate that. Because also, you know, there's AI watching my stream at all times. I want them being like, yo, your chat is cursing. We are going to limit your visibility. Even though, like, I personally don't care. But they seem to, like, love to make my life miserable, or at least make my journey on TikTok miserable. That's a hell of a reaction. Sounded like Hank Hill there. Since when can I do this?
You've got the wrong man.
Do I though?
I was just passing through.
You were shooting at me.
Oh, what did I do?
Is this guy actually a target? Well, I don't want to take him, so I'm just gonna dump him. Will you please just... Oh my god, bro. There we go. The command to see your coins again? Is it balance? No. Let me see. I'll find it for you. Chat. Come on. Chat commands. Oh, it's a exclamation mark score. You got it. You are welcome. We got some iron. Come on, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, grab. Okay. Where's this iron? Right there. Wait a minute, have I mined this already? No, I haven't. Okay, give me 1 sec. Hold on, do I gotta have the thing out? Dude, stop. That really it? Wow, that's it, huh? Oh wait, no, there's one right here. Nope. Nope, there's one. Okay, hydrating time. Here we go. Thank you for the hydrate. Just as a heads up, in 30 minutes, I'm going to end stream, but not for the rest of the night. It's because I need to take an extended BRB. Get dinner and take care of some stuff, and then I will be back later. So it's not goodbye or goodnight. I shall. Okay, good. I am in the right spot. There's a teleporter over here. I love the exploring part of games like this because it scratches an itch of mine where it's like I really love running around and discovering things and finding cool secrets and whatnot. The only problem is I've been kind of light on the secrets so far. Oh, that was easy. I do want to see if there's any truth behind what I've read, and that there apparently is a cave behind every single waterfall where you can find cool stuff. So I want to see how true that is. Oh, so sorry about that. I know there's like armor and stuff behind there's like these special walls that you have to use your penetrating punch for. And there's sometimes cool weapons and armor behind those, but those are kind of difficult to find. I mean, they're easy to see, but a little difficult to find. Wait, you know what? I just realized something. Hold on. Oh my gosh. YouTube chat has been off this entire time. I am so sorry. I feel like such a jerk. Oh, I thought something was weird. Because I would usually have people like chatting in YouTube chat by now. I mean, I'm used to Twitch chat being dead. Okay, well, I'm sorry. If anybody from the YouTube chat hears this, I'm really sorry. Had it turned off like a dummy. Hello. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh my god.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
I'm doing good too. Yes, I am a fox. Foxes are my favorite animal. Look at that. We said the same thing at the exact same time. But yes, I am. Welcome to the Fox Clan. Glad to hear you're doing all right, though. You having a good Friday? Or Saturday if you're on the other side of the world? You and me both, Maury. I guess some people just don't understand the difference. I've noticed two different people. People who don't know the difference, so they'll ask me, and when I say no, they're like, oh, okay. And people who just want to troll me. Which, you know, it's whatever. I'm a big boy, I can take it. Yeah, we gotta teach them the difference between a furry and a kimono mimi. What does this guy sell?
Don't judge a stone by its surface.
He sells nada.
Every grain. I'll be here if you ever need a lucky charm.
Good day.
Letter peddler. Letter
The
peddler.
rain's been just right this season. Crops are coming up beautifully. If next year's
Whatever you
sun
say,
is
bud.
half as kind, we'll want for nothing.
Huh? This is some fine leather. But why give all this to
Is that girl
us?
dancing instead of working? Hey, get to
A
work.
gift from the Greymaids. Thanks for looking out for us. We've had orders piling in, and we're almost out of leather. If you ever need our help in the future, just say the word.
The word. There's a book in here. Here's the book. Leather armors of the world. Okay, I gotta put on my stealing mask real quick. It's not because she's a woman, it's because she's literally at her job. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. She's behind the counter, so I assume she's at her job. So I'm telling her, hey, do your job. I'm pretty sure your boss doesn't pay you to dance. Unless he does. Unless he hired her to specifically dance. In which case, carry on, queen. Okay. So now let's go see about that expansion, shall we? There's a quest here. What do they want? Man crushed by wagon. I don't see how that's my problem. I'm just kidding. I just don't feel like doing it right now. They'll just have to live with being crushed at the moment.
We've still got plenty of spare hides left. You made the delivery. Good work.
Troublemaker? You know me.
I bet the craftsmen were thrilled. We earn the favor of the townsfolk, and they'll warm to us wherever we go.
Cool, now I got a bigger...
Got a job?
Oh, they're still... Wait, are they doing it again?
Remember, there's no mission in this world we'll turn down.
Interesting. Nicknaming me Trouble? Well, I am a troll.
I'm running a little short on meat. You got a
I mean,
minute?
what kind of fox would
I've a
I
favour
be
to ask.
if I weren't,
I'm thinking of cooking up some dishes we used
you know,
to
a
enjoy
little bit
back
trolly.
in the day for dinner.
What do you call me? I'm
I've
Slacker.
got everything ready, except
But
meat.
I mean,
And
you
what's
can
a
call me
feast
whatever you want
without
as long
meat?
as it's
Could you bring me some?
nice.
The richer and juicier, the better. Everyone will be thrilled to have a proper feast.
Marbled meat? I think I have some marbled meat.
He must be... Listen, if you've got a moment, I've got a favour to ask. Word is there's a blacksmith in Hernand who's famous for his craftsmanship. They say he forges blades named after him, and they're the finest you'll ever see. You can never learn too much, right? I'd love to learn from his craft. So, could you bring me one? This should cover the cost.
Give me $2. Okay. I don't know how you think I'm gonna get a sword for $2, but sure.
What's going on?
Okay, there's somebody that's supposed to stand right there, but I don't see them.
A wagon workshop. This place looks fine enough, but it feels empty without so much as a single wagon. An empty
$2
lot
is
like this hardly looks like a
crazy.
workshop, don't you think?
He's like, yo, bro, go get me a
I
sword for
say we get
$2.
ourselves a proper wagon.
And I'm like,
If we want it to last, we'll need to put it in the hands
you
of
want me to get
craftsmen
you a
who've made
stick?
plenty before.
That's all I can afford with $2.
Try asking at the workshop.
Okay, there's a... Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. What happened to the quest that I just did where I had to like do all that mining and whatnot? Timber to craft the supply record board, record board to place in front of the storage. Okay, I can do that. I think I got plenty of timber. It did say bye-bye because I can't see it anywhere. Oh my gosh. Why is nobody... Bro, come here. Stand right there.
Ale got the better of me yesterday.
Oh, never mind.
Seems
You're
I
not the
bought
person.
drinks
Shut
for
up.
the
Don't
whole
care.
damn
Don't care.
cabin.
Don't care. Don't care. Where is everybody? I just want to turn in my damn quests. Okay. Yep, not that one. Flower basket. Sure, I'll get right on that. Did I hallucinate an entire quest? Guess I hallucinated an entire quest. Cool. Alright, come on, dog. We're going to town. It was all a dream. It was just a dream. Just a dream. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Losing my religion. Alright, meat seller. Give me your finest meat.
Hey!
Hey, it's for horses. Where are you, meat seller? Sorry, I'm looking at my map. Doggy, where's the meat seller? Sniff him out, boy.
What do you want?
It's rude.
Well, well. Look where the cat puked up.
That's even ruder. What the hell? What did I do to these people? I'm saving their asses constantly. Do I say my age?
You can carry all fresh.
So one thing I will teach you about me is that
You won't regret it.
I am a person who appreciates my anonymity. I enjoy being anonymous. I enjoy certain details of me not being out and about. You know, I'll tell you other things like, you know, the state I live in and stuff like that, but personal details like that I keep close to the chest.
Tests the horror of its master.
Oh, look at that. The sword was $2.
You'll save your
It was me tripping.
My skills are always at your disposal.
Okay. Hey, you guys, I've done your chores. Are you happy now? I mean, also, you know, feel free to ask me questions. And if it's one that I don't want to ask or answer, I will just let you know. You know, it's like they say, the worst they can say is no. I'm not gonna like bite your head off or say anything you know, if you ask me a question. So don't worry.
Maybe I should put my... Oh, so this is it.
Do I play Sniper Duels and
Look
Roblox?
at that
I do
finish.
not play
It's just
Roblox.
flawless. And the balance. Oh,
The only
it's
time I
spot
play
on.
it is rarely
Remarkable
with
craftsmanship.
friends if they
There's
ask.
a great deal to learn from this.
You've
brought me
been
something
thinking
worth
about.
studying.
I don't know.
Oh, thanks.
It's kind of on shaky ground right now because I hear a lot of people are upset with Roblox with the way that they are treating child safety at the moment. They're being very blasé about it, if that's the correct word.
Oh, I haven't shown my skill. That is just right. Nice sheen, too. Perfect.
Yeah, so I'm
just
kind
have
of
to
like
recreate those flavors.
debating whether or not I even want to go
They'll be
back
over
to
the
that
moon
platform.
When they see what I've prepared for 'em.
But then, you know, I have so many
It'll be
fans
a
here
right
who are
feast,
like,
thanks
oh,
to
let's play
you."
Roblox. So I'm kind of torn. What I'm thinking of is maybe one day doing like a stream where we play together and people show me their favorite worlds and stuff. And then we just like that, you know, that's about as far as we go. I'm not going to do like voice chat or anything like that. Because, you know, I don't want to further endanger anybody who may be not of age yet. So it would just be like text chat and stuff. Man, I do not know what this game wants me to do. Are we not expanding the camp at all? Mm-mm. Hello, how you doing? Welcome, welcome.
What sort of warrior are you
It
looking
wants
for?
me to do task? Yeah, I can tell. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this one wants me to build a bridge and get over it. Haha. 8 people? Nope. Ain't happening. Okay, so, okay, I'm guessing then we just do not have the materials for it. Hey, what's up, Steak? How you doing? Welcome, friend. Okay.
Talk to me whenever you need to.
Well, and then I guess we're gonna go do other quests then. I've done everybody's stuff here. Do I play Minecraft? Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. I'm tempted to do the main story, but I'm putting it off at the moment because that dude kicked my butt. You know what? Let me check if I can upgrade my weapons and stuff, and then let me see how much food I have. If I have enough food, maybe I'll just go do it. Minecraft? Yes, Minecraft. What's my favorite game? My favorite game is Zelda. Mainly Twilight Princess. That's my favorite one. But all of the Zeldas. Don't think I have food. Goodness. Okay. Well, then it's time to go cook. Where's the cooking thing? Where's the cooking pot?
It's about time you got hungry.
Do I have any animals? Yes, I have a kitty. Her name is Pepper. Zelda's your second favorite. Wow, what's your first favorite?
I could cook something up for you.
Ooh, wow, that's a lot of health. Okay, I'm gonna buy those. Behind me, it's my couch. You have 21 animals? You live on a farm?
You needed a bite?
Ignore the shouting, by the way. It's a dude who comes by to advertise his little
Do you need
side
more?
restaurant business thing.
It's hungry, I don't forget to eat, yeah?
Okay, where's the cooking pot? Do we not have a kitchen? Guys, we don't have a kitchen. What's going on here? Oh, right there. I'm dumb. And a normal and one-story house. Okay. Do you have a fish tank then?
Another day.
Is that what's going on? You do, but only 5 fish. Okay. Do you have a bunch of little birds? Four. Okay, so that's 9 animals right there. What else could you have a bunch of? Sorry, and also I'm totally not trying to like pry into your life or anything, by the way. So you can tell me to zip my lip if you feel like I'm getting too weird. So that means, 9 animals accounted for. That means we have 12 more to go. Do you have any rodents? Oh wait, 70 health. How much is it? Oh. Okay, I think we might be getting ready for to go fight the story guy. Uh-oh, I'm all out of ingredients. Battered meat and fish. We need fish, onion, egg, cooking oil. Oh boy. I hope at some point I can get like people to go out and get me materials. Like cooking materials and whatnot. Because that's the thing I'm constantly running into. Okay, whatever. I think we have enough food. I think when we come back,
it's good to have you
I'm gonna
here.
go fight the main boss guy. Not main boss, but the story quest guy.
I was about to ask
Two
you when
guinea
you were heading out.
pigs. Oh wait, hold on. I completely missed your thing. One, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh my gosh. Well, those all seem pretty normal. I used to have a scorpion when I was a kid. When I was like 13, 14 years old. I had a big female emperor scorpion. And the funny thing is she used to let me know she was hungry by she would go up to the glass on her terrarium and she would tap her claws like that's how I knew she was hungry. You're not supposed to overfeed them because, you know, out in the wild they're not used to eating a lot. So they have like kind of slower metabolisms. You're not meant to feed them too much. So she would let me know. Yeah. It was super cute. You could hear it like at night. Mostly night is when she ate the most because, you know, that's when they're most active. So I'd be like laying in bed and I would just hear on the glass. I'm like, okay, let me get you food. Alright, what do these guys give? They give lettuce. Only 6 lettuce. That's annoying. What do you give? Honey. You give food just for the camp. You give food for the camp. You give tomatoes. Oh my goodness. That takes 5 people and a lot of food. Holy moly. Lift repair. God, that's a lot of resources. Okay. Well, I'm hoping at some point we can start pulling in food. That's not food. What is that? That's flowers. We can't eat flowers.
You can always tell me who you're looking for.
So this is where I am going to save and end stream. But remember, it's not permanent. I will be coming back later on. Hello, Jihara. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hi, Aki. Thank you so much. Sorry. Right when you're coming in. But I'll be back, okay? Thank you so much, Aki. I appreciate you. Okay. I will be back. I want to say like maybe an hour-ish. So expect to see me back. Bye, everybody. Have a good few minutes or whatever. Good hour.